Hey guys, hey listen, I want to share a little clip with you on what my wife and I did this weekend. So we got tickets to the premiere showing of Mission Impossible Fallout at the IMAX Theater in Washington, D.C. I think it's the Air and Space Museum. It was an incredible theater. Okay, so we got in. And so two things. I want to share a little clip of what I recorded on my cell phone before the movie. And number two, I highly recommend you see this movie if you like action. It is non-stop, action-packed, at the edge of your seat, mind-blowing stunts. I mean, you're just not going to believe that Tom Cruise does all of his stunts. So you guys have to see this movie. It's quite entertaining. So go ahead and watch the clip and comment below.
At Paramount Pictures. These guys have done an absolutely incredible job with this movie, and the reason everybody on the planet is excited about this movie is because of their hard work. Thank you very much, guys, for all of your amazing work. And what's really great is I have the amazing cast here as well, but I'm going to start with the guy who makes all of this possible. No, it's not who you think. It's producer Jake Myers. If there is a Benji and a Luther and a Mr. Secretary all rolled into one, it's this guy. This is the guy who has the thankless job of, hey, we've got a great idea. We want to do a helicopter chase, and we want to do it tomorrow, and we want to do it in New Zealand. Can you make that happen? And Jay goes, yeah, okay. So now I'm going to bring up the cast. Really fabulous actor who I actually met on the last Mission Impossible, and we couldn't find something for him in that movie, and we're so thrilled that we found something for him here. Is Frederick Schmidt. We are blessed with many fabulous women in this film, as you will see, the first fabulous one is the one I had never met before and didn't think we could get, and I was so thrilled when she said yes, she would be in this movie. Miss Angela Bass. Angela and Fred are, of course, new to the whole experience, but I'll bring up some veterans for you as well. It's great. I have like this whole pool back here to choose from. Oh no, I'm sorry. There's one other newcomer to our team, Mr. Henry Cavill. Henry has the distinction of he had the unique job of coming to work every day and finding out that what he thought his character was the day before was no longer his character. These scripts tend to get rewritten a lot, and there were days where Henry was just a minor henchman, and other days when Henry was the character that he ends up being in this movie. And what was great about Henry is no matter what I threw at him, he'd say, okay, all right, great. And then he would just go off and do his job. And I've never met anybody other than a certain guy I'm going to bring up in a minute that was more dedicated and more willing to face horrible, horrible environments and extreme temperatures and G-forces as this man, as you will see in this movie tonight. He really deserves a big round of applause. And something I like to tell people, you know, things that you might not know about Henry Cavill, you'd be surprised to discover he's also an incredibly handsome man.
Oh, good to know. Good to know.
Share that with your friends. And of course, there's this, and this was the coup of all coups. Again, we thought there's no way we can actually get this guy to be in the movie. There's no way they'll let this guy be in the movie. Mr. Wolf Blitzer. going to speak for Wolf. You're now in the situation room, because any room where Wolf is, it's a situation. That's Wolf's line, it's not mine. And of course, somebody I had never had the pleasure of working with until this film. And she came to us at a part of the story where we really didn't know what we were shooting the next day. It was a little bit of a dark time, and this person came to work and was an absolute light and changed everything on the set. Miss Michelle Mai. It was fantastic. Returning to the film from the last movie, a real discovery that we were all very excited about, and we could not wait to bring this actor back. And someone who I consider our muse, really an inspiration to everybody, Rebecca Ferguson. And I could say a whole lot of amazing things about this next guy, especially that he is an incredibly underrated dramatic actor. But the best way to introduce him is to simply say, Simon Pegg. All right, so that's... That's okay, that's okay. All right, so that's the show, everybody. Did we? Oh, yes, I'm sorry. There's one more. He's an actor. Who we're expecting great things from. We think he has a fabulous future. He's a discovery here at the Mission Impossible team. Also, by the way, something of a glutton for punishment. Mr. Tom Cruise. You're gonna have to climb it, Tom. So before I hand the mic over to Tom, these guys, they're just having the best time right now. Before I hand the mic over to Tom, so Tom, this is the 9th film that Tom and I have collaborated on in some form or another in the last 10 years. Tom, actually, he and I met when I had not made a film in 7 years, could not get a film made to save my life. Tom really backed me at a time when absolutely nobody else believed in me. And at one point turned to me in the middle of the night when we were working on another script and said, you know what, you should direct the next Mission Impossible. And I smiled and thought to myself, oh God, I don't want to do that. I worked on the last Mission Impossible, that guy almost died. And of course, I said, sure, we could talk about that later. And Tom went, okay, and he took the phone out of his pocket, went in the other room, called Paramount Pictures, and came back in and said, you're directing the next Mission Impossible. I actually never accepted the job. Sometime during making of that movie, he started talking about the next Mission Impossible as though I had said yes to that. I never accepted the job. But more importantly, he believed in me when nobody else would. And more importantly, Tom, the things that everybody up here on the stage have accomplished are all things that I think, if you asked any of them, they would believe that it was not possible until they did it. He's inspired us, he has pushed us, he has led us, and he's convinced us all that we can do things far greater than I think anybody up on this stage thought possible. And I just want to thank you, Tom, on behalf of everybody for making the impossible possible. When you're watching this film, whenever you see Tom fall off of something, under something, over something, crash into something, be run over by a vehicle, be in any way, shape, or form folded, spindled, or mutilated, it's my way of saying thank you.
He did this to me.
You asked for this.
Remember, you asked, you wanted this.
You wanted it.
Thank you.
Mr. Tom Cruise, everybody.
First of all, I just have to say, when Mission Impossible was the first film I ever produced, so to be here this evening with number 6, with such a fine filmmaker, Chris McQuarrie, who it was no, an easy thing to look at his work and to see how talented he is. He's an extraordinary filmmaker, elegant, classic, beautiful taste, and it's just a privilege to know you. You're an incredible friend, father, and artist, and we all love you and want to thank you. Thank you. And I'm sorry, this is the last premiere that we have for this movie, so this is the last time I'm going to be standing here with this cast, and I just have to say what a privilege it is to work with you all. And I was excited about working with each of you every single day, and I was inspired by you. I learned from you. We had so much fun. It was even when my foot was broken, but it was just, we always had so much fun and always worked so hard, and everyone brought it every step of the way, and I'm so privileged to be working with you all, and thank you. Thank you. It's very, very special. I miss it. I miss hanging out with you all. And Jake, you're incredible, I gotta say. Truly, like what McHugh said, is the way we make these mission movies. Everyone, I love the questions like, so when you read the script, I'm like, the script is done when the film was done. We finished on my birthday. That's literally when the script was done. And that's just the nature of making these movies always, is that we find locations and come up with tone, and we always know where we're kind of going, but still there's really no script. And Jake, what you accomplish with that, it really is very impressive. And been fortunate, we've made many movies together, and you work on a film to help support us and support the vision of the movie, and know how to, and you fit the movie into that budget, and it's impressive. Thank you.
Jake Myers, everybody.
Jake Myers. Anything else, McHugh?
Well, yes, what I thought I'd do is just pass the mic to all the actors so they could each make about 15 minutes of remarks.
Sorry, this is our last one.
No. See, we just don't want to get off the stage. We're going to get off the stage. Thank you all for waiting. Thank you for indulging.
Thank you for being here. Thank you. Enjoy the film.
Before you stand up, that was very presumptuous of me, wasn't it? I didn't know they were all going to stand up. It's just important for you to know that when we're out there on a mountain somewhere and it's 25 degrees below zero and we're on a glacier and hanging off of a mountain, freezing our bones off in some godforsaken place, we're doing it because of you. We are here to entertain you, and this is the thing we love the most, is standing in front of a crowd that's about to have this thing unleashed on them, knowing what's in store for you. Thank all of you, each and every one of you, for coming. We love you.